Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
A brand new year. Welcome to the Double R Show. Son Paul is with me, and it is exciting to say we're into 2025.
Yeah, the quarter mark of the century here, right?
And right now, this program, we're going to talk about being safe. We're going to also talk about being on stage. And we're going to also talk about
some people that put you on stage, put you in the visual spotlight with Future Post Media. So
that's good stuff. It's all coming up on today's Double R Show with Paul. I'm Double R.
You'll find a book for every occasion at Bob's Beach Books. Something to read as you're relaxed by an open fire? We have it. Studying a particular topic? We have that too. Traveling to a far-off land? Discover it first by reading. Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City? Come discover.
ACM Award winners, Eli Young Band. Got a little drunk last night. Live in concert. Saturday, February 1st, 8 p.m., Chinook Winds Casino Resort. A night of timeless classics. On sale now at ChinookWinds.com. Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
Zantello Law Group has moved. I'm Josh Zantello, and our law firm is now located across from the Lincoln City Community Center on Northeast 21st. Our law firm of knowledgeable professionals stand ready to assist you in life's matters.
A CERT team in Lincoln City is a busy operation. David Jameson is with us. And David, you've got some information about pedestrian safety. And the guys are the ones we need to talk to.
That's right, Roger. According to Traffic Safety Facts, this is 2022 data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In 2022, there were 7,522 pedestrians killed in traffic crashes.
Pedestrians.
Pedestrians,
okay.
Which is a 0.7% increase from what happened in 2021. On average, a pedestrian was killed every 70 minutes and injured every 8 minutes in traffic crashes in 2022. And 70% of the pedestrians killed in traffic crashes in 2022 were males. Alcohol was involved.
Major contributing factor.
Yes, whether on the pedestrian side or the driver's side. Both were heavily influenced. And more pedestrian fatalities occurred in the dark, 78%, than in daylight. So yeah, there's a big problem out there in terms of pedestrian safety. And our CERT team and our board decided we wanted to try and do something about that. At least.
If you see a problem, do something or...
Exactly. So what we came up with is a pedestrian safety reflective vest community engagement program.
Well, that's a heavyweight title.
And part of this was influenced. We did a survey a couple months ago of our CERT team members asking what they thought we could do to improve in 2025. And one of the things that came out of that was more community engagement. So we kind of put our heads together, and I live in the Rhodes End area. And as I was driving on Logan Road, recognized an issue with pedestrian safety. There's no sidewalks in Rhodes End. That's a problem. There's a lot of visitors in Rhodes End who are on vacation, and the brain goes in a different direction on vacation.
Looking at the ocean and not the traffic.
Exactly. And we just thought that maybe we could do something to reduce the likelihood of pedestrians being injured by starting this reflective vest program.
Reflective vest program, you're going to do what?
That's right. So if you think about it, when you're out driving and you see construction crews...
They've all got them.
They've all got them. You see flaggers, they've all got them. You see some people walking their dogs will also have them. But it is the single most important thing that pedestrians could do to become more visible. Aside from lighting themselves with Christmas lights, I suppose, that's the reflective vests are an incredibly powerful tool. You just become so much more visible. So what we did is acquired quite a few of these reflective vests, and our CERT team members are going to be handing them out as they see folks on the side of the road
Very good.
who are less than visible.
And you pointed out something to me before we went on. Yourself, Paul, myself, walking across the street, normally in black in the wintertime or dark blue. That's a big problem, right?
It's a gigantic problem. As a matter of fact, last night, or it wasn't quite last night, it was maybe around 5 o'clock. I just finished walking the dog, and I was driving back to our house, and I had a couple of these vests in my car, and I wanted to hand one out. But by the time I saw someone on the side of the road walking their dog, I was already past them. The truth was, I didn't even see them until I was past them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's going to look kind of strange for me to put on the brakes and stop and then sort of chase this person down. But it was just another example of how dangerous, honestly, it is.
So if you get stopped by somebody from the CERT team and they offer you up a vest, don't think that they're pointing the finger at you. They're trying to save your life.
Yeah, exactly. Please, and we're going to be very friendly about it. I'm David with North Lincoln Fire and Rescue CERT team. We're giving out these free safety vests as part of our pedestrian safety program. Would you like one? If the answer is no, that's fine. If the answer is yes, we'll just ask them to try them on to make sure they fit. And if they do, then we're off. And that's it. That's simple.
And the cost is?
The cost to the pedestrian is free.
That's a very good price.
Absolutely free, no charge. This is something that we're doing as a fundraiser and community service.
So if somebody wants to make a contribution back to the CERT team, you're certainly not going to turn that down.
We certainly wouldn't. Our website is northlincolncountyscert.org. But yeah, we'd love that. Thank you.
And it is amazing to me. I sit here and I think to myself, how many times have I walked across Holmes Road after 5 o'clock when it's already dark to get the mail, and I'm looking at what I'm wearing. Wrong.
Yeah, we
Wrong.
as pedestrians see the cars, right? And we think, oh, well, we can see them. And, your brain maybe doesn't make the association that just because I can see them doesn't mean they can see me.
That's right.
Right.
And they probably might even be looking at the other way and not see you at all.
Oh, they could be texting.
Yeah, they could be texting, talking on their cell phone, some things we would rather they not do.
Oh, so many distractions these days.
There really are. There's probably more distractions now because of the electronics than what there ever has been.
It used to be simple. You had a speedometer, maybe an RPM gauge, and a clock, and a fuel gauge.
And an AM radio.
And an AM radio. And you were tuned into Roger Robertson's show on KBCH.
And an AM radio. Those are days gone by.
Afraid so.
And again, we want to make certain that people are aware that CERT is here in operation for their safety.
Yes, we are. We're here to help.
And if somebody wants more information about CERT, we do what, David?
Sure, they're free to call me on my cell phone, 503-310-3495.
Be part of it. Be part of the solution. CERT team, David Jameson. Back in a moment.
Gretchen Wilson, live in concert. She's bringing back the party, and she's ready to get rowdy. Saturday, January 18th, Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Tickets are on sale now at ChinookWinds.com. Gretchen Wilson live.
Time sure flies when you're all jacked up.
Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
Future Post Media. Richard and Merle Wright are with us. Future Post Media is what?
Future Post Media is a media production company based here in Lincoln City. We got here in about 7 years ago or so, after my mom passed away, and got to know people in the area and the market, and found out that they have needs for what we do. So,
some of the projects you've been involved in would include what?
We have been involved with the Cultural Center, Nikki Price and her group. to create mostly storytelling kind of pieces where people can talk in testimonial about what they're doing or update us on what's happening at the center. Also worked with Dave Price and Greg Price down at the SBDC at the college, producing promotional material for, to recruit students and also to talk about what's happening in SBDC around the county with their different programs. And then we've been working pretty extensively with the Cascade Head Biosphere Collaborative here over the last 5 years to develop media programming for that group and to tell their story.
So obviously you come with a media background when you moved to Lincoln County.
Yes. I'll run you through it real fast
Sure,
so we don't
please.
have to labor over it. But it all started for me back in 1979 when I worked for U.S. Bank downtown Portland. And they had a big new operations center and a department called the Education Department. And they were doing a lot of training for tellers and whatnot, operational stuff. But with bank deregulation in the early 80s, they found out that their employees better start knowing something about customer service because there was competition for those dollars. Since the savings and loans and banks, that playing field got leveled. And it caught a lot of retail banks off guard. So they had to jump on it. But we were asked to put together a proposal to set up a video studio in that building to do consistent messaging, training and educational material for their staff members and their 200 branches across Oregon. And we went ahead and figured out what we needed to buy to do that and put that studio together and then started to crank out content through a 200, video cassette TV set player network out because that's the only way you could distribute stuff back then was video cassette. So we did that and found our way into doing some pretty good stuff that really helped employees understand their new key role in the retail banking.
Some of the stuff that local people may have seen, may or may not have seen would include?
Most of the stuff that we've been doing is out on YouTube.
Okay.
And Nikki has a YouTube channel at Lincoln City Cultural Center, and the college also, they have a YouTube channel as well. And the Biosphere Collaborative also has its own channel. So that's where this material is finding its audience.
So obviously the two of you work together in what do you take from it, Merle, as far as the production company?
I help him out except for the filming and the editing. And so, because my background before was working on Oregon Lottery commercials. I did that for about 20 years.
Really?
I was project manager. I got everything. They did the script, and then I broke down the script once it was okayed, and then I went in and I got it all put together so it can shoot. And my job was to keep it on budget and on time, because you do shoot the commercial, you have to have it on time.
That in itself has got to be a formidable task. A budget on time and on budget.
Yes. Yes. The crew started calling me Mom because I was saying, no, yes, maybe not. Yes. So that's what I did for almost 20 years, just under 20 years.
But you're still very actively involved in it now under the current company that you guys have got down here on
Right.
the coast.
Right. And yes, because it's just in a smaller perspective than what I was doing. So it's good.
What brings you the most joy out of this?
For me, it has been in learning how to tell stories with the medium.
I love that.
Commercial productions and promotion is one thing to make revenue and to create product awareness and that sort of thing. But it's more fun to talk to the people and let them tell the story and then fit the visuals to that story so that it's compelling. And the form, there's short form. We do things that are 30 seconds long, and some things are 20 minutes long and 50 minutes long. So all kinds of form factor there.
I love the fact that we live here and there are so many people that have a story that needs to be told.
Everybody has a story to tell, actually, when you think about it, based on their interests,
Yep.
and passion for what they do. So I think that's been the most rewarding thing, I think, with the collaborative has been there's a lot of great people there who have a lot of passion for what they're doing.
Now, speaking of the collaborative, we're talking about the Cascade Head Biosphere. You guys have been actively involved in videotape for them.
Yes, we've created the video component for a tremendous program that the board of the collaborative has put together, including in-class educational materials for teachers, activities that they can do, and then at the end of that session, they get the chance to come out into the field and have a wonderful field day out amongst and with the people that are running the collaborative. But yeah, the video is just a component of that program. The video is shown in the classroom with the educational materials for the kids, and then they get a chance to absorb all that and come out in the field and see it firsthand.
The videotapes that you did for the collaborative are on the website as well, right, through NOAA?
Well, I believe that one or more of the programs was accepted by NOAA into their general library. So if any school district anywhere across the country would like to use that material, they can do that.
All right. Next thing on the agenda for you two is what?
We're looking into 2025 with a great expectation to continue to communicate on environmental issues with the collaborative and to help the Cultural Center grow and thrive with Nikki and her crew. And to help small business, understand what's good to do and what's, how they can be most productive and that sort of thing.
Final question, how do we reach Richard and Merle Wright?
We have a website, futurepostmedia.com, and everything is there for the group to see, anybody who would like to.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service.
We at La Roca are proud of our food, but don't take our word for it. Read the reviews. One person wrote, "The service was friendly and efficient." Another writes, La Roca has become one of our favorites because it's authentic Mexican food.
Theater West on stage. With us is Kathy Ware, and she's the director of Dial M for Murder. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for having me.
You have got a theater background. I know you've got a ministerial background, so that's kind of a switch up.
Well, I've been in several small communities, and they always had community theater, and I love joining in and being a part of it. And when I moved to Lincoln City, I just found it a home to expand my efforts.
What do you bring to the stage as a director?
As a director, well, this play has two new young people in it. One that has never been on stage before, and one that has been in children's theater, and it's teaching them to project, teaching them to say lines, to move their bodies. For me, that's a lot of fun, and I see the growth in them, and to work with veterans that have been on the stage before and can say, well, what about this, and listen and just have it collaborative as we bring this show to life.
Dial M for Murder, you're going to be on stage Theater West when? It
starts on January 9th and runs through February 1st. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30, and on January 19th, thank you very much, you will be joining us as a guest.
Yes.
And that is the matinee at 2 o'clock.
Matinee performances at Theater West, do they draw well?
They draw huge crowds. So if you want to come to that one, you might get your tickets early. We do have a website, and you can get your tickets online.
Dial M for Murder storyline is what, Kathy?
Well, Tony Windus is a tennis player that finds that while he's been out playing tennis, his wife has been finding comfort in other places.
Oh.
And since she's the one with the money and he married her for her money, he decides that he needs to do something about it. So he quits tennis and decides to murder her. It's a murder for hire. The guy comes in to murder her, and she gets the better of him and murders him instead. So
this isn't a comedy by any stroke of the imagination.
No, it's not. Alfred Hitchcock did it.
Oh.
So it's a twist of his lies getting her to be punished for it, and does he get caught in the lies that he's been telling? It's a real mystery to find out.
And the cast is made up of who?
Jason Kutchma, who has been in one play previous, is Tony. Chris Vono, who is my new leading lady that has never acted before. Andrew Schmitz, who has been on stage before, is her boyfriend. Ren Jacobs is my favorite villain. And Rose McCaster, new to Theater West, plays the inspector. So it's a really round cast of characters that have come together.
It is an interesting play. Do you get caught up in trying to solve the mystery of the play itself?
Well, you see it play out. I mean, she stabs him, and he dies on stage. Ren loves doing that.
Very good.
It's whether he gets caught in all his lies, because she's going to be hung.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mentioned Hitchcock did this in movie, though.
Alfred Hitchcock did it in 1954. It was played by Ray Milland, and Margot was played by Grace Kelly in her very last role before she became Princess of Monaco.
Do people have a tendency that get into Theater West go to watching that movie ahead of time so they try
Honestly,
to pick up something else?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
When Frederick Knott wrote the play, Alfred Hitchcock got him to do the screenplay, so it's almost exactly the same. So because it's not a mystery, there's no whodunit. We know whodunit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
from the get-go.
From the get-go, we know whodunit. So no, I mean, I've delighted in watching it, and even encouraged the cast to watch it so that they get some ideas about, who Grace Kelly was before she became Princess of Monaco, and who Ray Milland was in his acting career. So, yeah, we encourage.
Hey, and again, Theater West is in the Nelscott Strip across from Christmas Cottage, just up the street from the bookstore, so it's easy to find.
It is very easy to find on Highway 101.
And buy your tickets ahead of time online.
Yes, you can get them online.
You've also can call in and make a reservation.
You can call in and make a reservation, but they will have to call you back. So it really is easier to go online and make reservations.
And too, if you'd like to volunteer to act as a usher or refreshments or whatever it will happen to be.
And we're always looking for new actors or old actors. You really were in the first play that Theater West did.
Yeah, I really was in the first play that Theater West did. Kathy, thanks for being here, and good luck. Break a leg, I guess, is the line, right?
I think it is. Thank you for having me.
Kathy Weir, director of Dial M for Murder at Theater West. Back in a moment. If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries.
We may be young, but we are experienced. Hi, Adina Zeller here, and Zeller's restaurants are now a year old, but the experience in preparing and serving food goes way back generations. Zeller's Lincoln City and Rose Lodge. Come on in.
Our thanks to all of the people who joined us on a Double R show today. It's good to be safety-minded. Really throwing back to David Jameson, talking about those vests. If you have an opportunity to get one of the vests, if you don't have one of the vests, wear something light so people see you on the street.
Yeah, and look for, reflective clothing. That's always a big thing. Even a light shirt, if it doesn't have a reflection on it, it's still hard to see out there. So.
Oh, it's very hard to see, especially on a street like Holmes Road. So be prepared, Roger. When you walk across the street to get the mail, don't wear your black jacket.
Yeah. That's exactly
Roger.
it. Yeah. Be safe, be mindful, and be seen in 2025.
Be seen in 2025. I like it. We also have an opportunity for you to help the AARP Tax Aid Program. This is going to be taking place again at the community center. If you do need help putting together your taxes, I hate to bring that up, even though we're only a few days into the new year. It's tax season.
Well, it is tax season, and for people who need to file those 1099s, I got to get on that before the end of the month. So.
That's right. And for all of the people that need help filling out their tax forms, the AARP Foundation does a program at the Cultural Center, not the Cultural Center, Community Center, and that is really well done. Speaking of the Cultural Center, Kids Art Workshop at the Lincoln City Cultural Center. This is open on Thursdays, 3 to 6 p.m. The drop-in rate is only $5 or 10 passes for $40.
Yeah, that's that maker space that we had Krista Eddy on about.
Yeah, and that's good stuff.
Yeah.
It really is. Gentle chair yoga. Are you into yoga?
I've done yoga definitely in the past.
I've never tried it.
It's great. Yeah, it's really therapeutic and it's good for the body and the soul.
Mondays, 11:30 at the Lincoln City Senior Center. Also, we'll have an opportunity for some run and walks. The 2025 5K program, sponsored by the Lincoln City Parks and Rec. We got the Lucky Leprechaun on March 15th, the Ocean Edge July 12th, and the Spooky Stroll on October 11th. They're all 5K activities that you'll just thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm guessing they're enjoying them too. Yeah.
Good luck on that. And veterans, if you're looking for an opportunity to get together and have a free luncheon, we got a homemade soup and sandwich luncheon sponsored by the Lincoln City Elks Lodge twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesdays, noon until 2 o'clock. Again, our thanks to the people for joining us. And next week, I'll have an opportunity to talk with a state senator and a state representative and the hospital representatives.
Yeah, so stay tuned for next episode in 2025. But for now, I think that's it, right?
That'll do it to the Dunes on a Double R show. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, so you, your family, and friends around the world and across the street can join us on a Double R show. For Paul, Jenna, I'm Double R. Happy New Year. Have a happy day.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.